All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone. It is super exciting to be here. This is a supply chain session, unlocking the potential of a smarter supply chain. We have a lot to go through. Extremely excited and proud about all the innovations that we're going to be showing you today. It's going to be a jam-packed session, so let's jump in. Let's start with a little bit on our commitment to customer success. Couple of the facts that I just want to make sure that we get out there. First, if you're a customer or a prospect, you'll get there at some point. You haven't been on Customer Cloud Connect. Awesome community, tons of things happening there. You don't just need to log ideas. We'll take some of your ideas, but you can talk to other customers, talk to partners, ask questions. A lot of great things happening on Customer Cloud Connect. Updates. I don't know why we list how many updates we've had since the beginning of time, but we've had 45 plus updates. The update we're going to be talking about today is probably the second largest update we've had since release 1 of supply chain. Tons of new capabilities, tons of innovations. We're going to do 6 or 7 demos. I can't remember. We'll see how many we get through. So you can see a lot of product today. The other thing that's important, especially for supply chain customers, is downtime or planned downtime. So happy to say that in the 90+% of customers, our planned downtime on a quarterly basis is 60 minutes or less, and in the net, which is great. So from where we were to 60 minutes or less is fantastic, and we plan to half that and half that again over the next 6 to 12 months. So we'll be in the less than 30 minutes, less than 15 minutes over the next 6 months. So really pushing the envelope on planned downtime. And the last 15 minutes to zero downtime is gonna take a little bit, but we'll get there, and that's our focus. I want to thank all of the customers that are speaking on our behalf here at CloudWorld. So at the end, you're going to see a QR code with some of the sessions that are happening later today and happening tomorrow and Thursday. So you can click on that QR code. Please try to hit some of these customer sessions. We're not going to have a customer panel today. This is going to be all about product and innovation and where we're headed in supply chain. So if you're here to see that, that's great. But thank you to all customers. These are great partners of ours, and please try to attend some of their sessions as much as possible. It'd be great. Let me start with kind of the framing of this session and what kind of the backdrop of some of our investments that we're focused on. So first, obviously, we've had inflation. Prices are rising. The cost of goods are rising, which makes our focus on margins being more and more important. And what that leads to is us focusing on more automation in supply chain to continue to keep costs as low as possible as costs of the materials that we're using continue to rise. Resiliency is something that I hear a lot you might talk with our customers. And back in the COVID days, obviously we had a lot of supply chain disruptions and a focus on how we can become more what we're calling anti-fragile and kind of figuring out how we can minimize disruptions if they happen in the future. We're going to spend some time on sustainability, and sustainability is impacting all of our supply chains with regulations increasing 50 to 200%, especially in the US and Europe. And we'll talk about how we're helping to operationalize sustainability, and we'll show you some of what we're doing. And then finally, they went out to the partner booths in the partner area, and I think every booth had AI, our vendor booth had AI on the top of it. So obviously AI is a hot topic. If you stay to the end, which I hope you do, we're going to have some awesome announcements in AI, what we're doing in generative AI, some really cool things that we're delivering now. So you're going to be able to, if you're getting 24D in the next couple weeks, you're going to have access to some of these AI innovations. So really excited about that. All right, now it's all about what we're doing and what we're delivering. So I'll start with smart operations. So smart operations is a big investment for us, really trying to connect the enterprise to the factory floor and create this connected enterprise where we can bring digital insights, bring connected equipment, bring generative AI to really deliver operational improvement, not only at the enterprise all the way down to the factory floor. And I'm going to show you and talk to you about what that means. And what we're really trying to do is replace some of the bolt-on systems that you've had to add to your supply chain environment today. If you're running eBusiness Suite and you've added a MES system or a third-party EAM system, we can start to eliminate those as we deliver more and more smart operations. So I'm going to show you some of that today. We're going to talk about all industries and how we're investing in many industries, but we're really going to focus today on healthcare. We have a large number of healthcare customers, and we're really tailoring our roadmap to healthcare. And I'm going to talk about some of the great innovations that we're delivering today: healthcare marketplace, inventory workbench, whole RFID end-to-end solution, some partnerships. So we'll spend some time on that. Functional innovation, ton of functional innovation, moving to new Redwood experiences. I'm going to show you and talk about what we're doing in order management, in sustainability, in product lifecycle management, ton of things to come there. And then just general modernization of supply chain. So we're going to talk about the Redwood experience. We're going to talk about business rules. We're going to talk about guided journeys. We're going to talk about generative AI. So again, stay to the end. I'm going to show you some of the really cool things that we're doing in generative AI, and you'll be able to deploy in your environments very, very quickly. So smart operations is really, like I said, connecting the enterprise, really focusing on the frontline worker. You're going to hear that as a common theme as we go through this session, but really trying to connect from the enterprise to the factory floor, deliver digital insights, connected equipment. We're going to show you how we've moved and are being able to kind of auto-generate maintenance requests directly from machines giving us, communicating to us that there's an issue, all the way through to generative AI. And really we have a unique opportunity to extend what we have and what we've delivered in ERP and supply chain to the shop floor and the frontline worker. And that's what smart operations is really all about. So I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show you what we're doing. We have 5, I'll call announcements that we're announcing here. And really the other 2 just came out in the last release. So significant advancements in smart operations. So we started with an operator workbench. Now we've added digital work instructions. So we'll be able to show you what that looks like as you're stepping through the steps in an assembly process. We're going to talk about the production supervisor workbench and what that is and what that means. And I'm going to actually demonstrate that to you. On the maintenance side, we deliver the maintenance tech workbench. So the maintenance tech can come, get work orders, work on those work orders, update them, have all the access to the material, not only on their desktop, but on their mobile device. So all of the solutions that we're talking about today are completely mobile enabled. And we'll talk about what the maintenance supervisor can do with the new maintenance supervisor workbench. We'll spend some time on that. And then kind of our newest addition to smart operations is not just manufacturing maintenance, but inventory. And we have some great innovations here on the inventory side. Shortage workbench, RFID enablement. We're going to talk about those in the healthcare section, but they really relate to all industries, and we'll spend some time on that. So excited to jump in. So production supervisor workbench. I'm going to be demonstrating this in just a second. You can. This is really designed to provide full visibility for the production supervisor and have real-time insight to what's happening at the plant level, at the work center level, and across all the workstations that they manage. We have key metrics across the top like OEE, and you can see how many work orders are getting completed. You can go into the work order section. I'm going to show you what that looks like. You could expedite work orders. You could put them on hold. You can manage resource exceptions. You can assign resources to workstations, whether they're people resources or operations, resource operations. I'm going to show you what that looks like. But workbenches, you're going to see a lot of these, are really where you can get real-time understanding of what's happening, and you can take action all in one place. So if you're using our system today, You might have had to go to 3, 4, 5, hopefully not 6 screens. Now you can do it all in one place, extremely fast, really efficient. We brought this to the frontline worker. And this works in combination with the operator workbench as well. Maintenance, another workbench where you can come in, you can look at all the maintenance work orders. You can look at released and unreleased work orders. You can track progress. You see the scoreboard across the top. You can manage resources here. You can roster, assign people to maintenance work orders. You can report failures, everything in one place. So for the maintenance supervisor working alongside the maintenance tech workbench, I'm going to demonstrate both of those to you. So it's been a lot of innovation has happened in a short period of time. Inventory is the lifeblood of supply chain, and managing inventory as tightly as possible is critical to all of our successes. And we've delivered a mobile inventory solution in the beginning of this year. I'm going to say this, I think it's 25. No, beginning of this year, and we have 2 new innovations that we'll be talking about in the healthcare area. Brand new inventory shortage workbench, where we have real-time alerts. You can look at shortages, you can look at out-of-stock inventory levels, and then full end-to-end automation, leveraging RFID. And we'll talk to you in some of the partnerships that we're announcing there. So some great innovations there. But let's jump in, and I'm going to show you a little bit of, let's see if I can, show you a little bit of smart operations. Okay, so, and all of this is available on the demo floor, but I showed up, I might as well show a little product and show you what we're doing. So let's jump in to Production Supervisor Workbench. So what you, I got to jump out. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Can we share it? There we go. Let's jump into the Production Supervisor Workbench. I'm used to a bigger stage, and I have people up top that usually take care of this. So this is so forgive me for fumbling here a little bit. All right, let's jump in. I'm kidding. All right. So what you're going to see is metrics across the top. So I have real-time visibility on what's happening today as I'm managing a lot of work orders. I have all of my, we can start the plant, work center level. I can manage all of my workstations in one place. I can see how they're operating. I can see key efficiency metrics like OEE, how many work orders I've completed. I can see that my machine 4 is down. I'm idle on machine 5. We'll come back to that in just a second. I have a work order view. So this is all the work orders that I'm executing for today's shift. And I have the ability to take mass actions here, where I can take actions across multiple work orders. I can do things like expedite a single work order, move them around. I can see where I have resource exceptions here, and I can drill in, and I can look at those resource exceptions. So I'm going to drill in here, and I'm going to go to resources, and I can see that our CNC milling machine is down. Hate when that happens. So we're gonna see what's going on there. So I'm gonna view the exception details. And what I can see here is we're bringing telemetry, connected equipment into smart operations. So I can see here that the machine told me it was down, and I've already generated a maintenance work order that we're gonna go show you how I take action on that from the maintenance side, but I've already generated a maintenance work order here because the threshold level was hit. So that's done. I know that's happening. I'm going to act as the maintenance technician in just a second, but I can go back to monitoring, and I know I'm down in workstation 4. Let's take everything that's happening on workstation 4, all the resources, people, and operations, and move them to workstation 5. So I'm going to unassign these. So simple things like this, being able to unassign from machining workstation 4 and reassign to workstation 5. And what you're going to see here, when I start clicking on the operations, It's going to tell me how long it takes for each one of those operations. And what's key there is, let's say I don't have as many hours left in the day. I can reduce the quantities. I want to, finish so many quantities and so many hours left in the day. I can do that, and I can assign all of those if I wanted to change that based on how much time was left. Going to add resources. Eric's going to be changing workstations, and then we move on. Okay, so I've just moved everything to a different workstation, and now I can move on. But I have one more thing to do here, and this is a homework assignment. So you might want to write this down. I'm gonna this lathe is also having an issue. I'm kidding. You don't have to write anything down. And I'm going to view exception details, and I'm going to create a maintenance request. So you can see how this is connecting different systems all as part of our smart operations process, right? So I'm in manufacturing, I'm on the shop floor, I'm looking at workstations now. I had a connected equipment generate a maintenance work order. Now I'm going to manually do one because it's not critical. I'm going to make it reactive. We default all this information, and I've created that work order, okay? That quickly I've done that. Let's jump over to, and to make sure it came in. Now I'm the maintenance tech. And again, this is our maintenance tech interface. I can come in here as a maintenance tech, all completely mobile, right? So this can be, these are all progressive web applications that we're delivering now. So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do this fast because we don't have a lot of time and I have a lot of demos to do. All right, jump in. I'm going to assign this to myself. I'm going to show you how I have all the operations that I need to do here. I won't spend a ton of time on it. I can see that the mill is down. I'm going to go, just assume that I already fixed this. I'm fast. So now I'm reporting the work. So I'm going to come in here, and causes it was overheated. I'm going to replace the motor. We can scan barcode. So now I'm putting new equipment in. I can scan the barcode, finish the operation. I'm going to save it, complete it. And now I go to report it. And now not only we have connected equipment, we're starting to inject generative AI in here. So I don't have to, type in what I did. We can auto-generate what happened, what I fixed, what component I replaced, all as part of the delivered solution. I'm going to update that, and I've just finished that maintenance work order. So that is smart operations and a quick view into that. How cool was that? I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I mean, nice stuff. Yeah, you gotta love that. All right, let's keep going. I don't know if we're gonna get through all this. I haven't totally timed it out, but it's great. Okay, next up is order management. So brand new functional innovation with order management based on a ton of customer feedback. So super proud about what the order management team has done. Delivered an extremely fast, powerful search where we have saved searches, filtered searches, a ton of capabilities leveraging our new search capability. But there's probably 3 or 4, but 2 of the most requested features have been added to the new Redwood-enabled order management user experience. First one is user-definable fields. So we call them extensible fields. Some of you call them flex, whatever you want to call them. They weren't treated as standard attributes in the header or in the order line. Now it's all completely standard. So what that does is it drives greater efficiency for the customer service representative that is going through an order. They can be heads down, tap through the order, and complete that order. So we treat them all the same. The second most, I don't know which one was first most requested, but the second most requested addition is mass changes. So we've enabled mass changes across orders, order lines. I'm going to show you that, but really easy. You can cancel, you can reprice, you can put on hold, you can put on pause, you can do a whole host of different mass changes. And then we've added some technology that is part of the Redwood platform. One of those is business rules. So it's concept if you're a customer, but business rules is an extensibility capability that you can personalize any page. You can hide, show fields, make different fields available. But what it does is it simplifies what you see on the screen. So now we can simplify an order based on business unit or order type. And I can minimize how much information I need to fill out the header and how much information I need to fill out in the actual order line. So it dramatically simplifies order completion. So huge step forwards there. Then we've enabled other things like, too much to explain, but guided journeys. Guided journeys allow you to personalize the experience on every page by bringing in notations. I'll show you what they look like. You can bring in videos. You can layer in generative AI onto any header or any region on every page. So significant value that's being delivered there. And all right, I will have to skip a few demos because I'm going over, but we will show order management. So let me jump in here in my environment, and because this is a cool one. Okay, let's jump into order management. Looks great. Simplified search. I'm going to show you, let's go to save search. I'm going to save this order for computer service. Thank you. Where's my team up there? It's like, all right, let me get out of here. All right, I'll get it right for the next one. I get it in that. All right, there we go. All right, thank you. All right, I'll show you safe search on the next one. I drilled in a customer service and rentals here. I'm going to select an order here, and we're going to make some changes to the order. First, I am going to add customer called, and they want to add 3 more desktops. So I'm going to add 3 more desktops, so I can go ahead and do that. So this is the new user experience. Simplified header. I have all my header details here. I can add any of that into the order if I wanted to do that. You'll see generative AI throughout, so we'll show you more later. I've added 1 order line. I'm going to copy another order line. I have all of the different attributes that I can copy or not copy. Pretty straightforward, easy to do. So I'm going to create a copy of that. Then I am going to, so this is one that I didn't talk about, but everybody's going to love this. I can show fulfillment dates. So now we've integrated real time to GOP, and I can get what fulfillment looks like. And it goes beyond that. So I can see one of the order lines is delayed. Now I can drill in and I can see, I can have some options. So we can go into the GOP kind of workbench information, and I'm presented with multiple options that I can take advantage of. One ships 1 day earlier, but it's a substitute item. I'm going to select this one, and we're going to schedule that. We can create ship sets. I'll do that quickly just so you can see the generative AI at the end. I just started creating ship sets a couple weeks ago, so this is new for me. All right, here we go. Ship set 1, and we're going to do next day. The customer wants these delivered together, so I'm going to do next day air created ship set. We can also now create all in one place manage sales credits. I can do it at the order level. I can do it at the line level and override it. So a ton of capabilities there. And then at the end, I can get an order summary of everything that's happened. And what do we use for this? Generative AI. Super easy to compare original order, new order. I'm going to go ahead and use AI Assist, and it's going to give me everything I need, all the changes that I made to this order, and now I can send it to the customer and get a picture of that. That's good. All right, and I can send this out to the customer. Made some huge changes there. We're going to end with, I'm going to save this because I always forget to save it. I'm going to cancel out of here. We are going to go to sales orders, and I'm going to show you the most requested customer feature, because we'd like to give back, is mass changes. So that's 9288. Search that search. I can reprice, I can cancel, I can return items. I have all of these different mass actions that I can take, but here I'm just going to cancel all of these. I'm going to give it a reason code. And I've just updated that order in a couple minutes. So huge improvements from an order management perspective. If you want deeper dive demos, all on the demo floor, but I want to show if an executive can do it, your customer service representative can do it. So here we go. Let's keep it going. We got 18 fun-filled minutes left. Next generation product lifecycle management, built for the design engineer. This is a huge improvement, tons of customer feedback, really trying to deliver a modern experience to manage your product data in a single system. New capabilities, a modern search, so extremely fast search. You can do save search. We have an omnipresent panel, so it slides out. You can see it here. I can get access anywhere I want into any part of the bill of materials. Modern grid-based user experience to handle complex products as well as bill of materials. Tons of simplified ways to navigate in a single system. So huge improvement. You're going to see generative AI throughout product lifecycle management. And we've met with a number of customers that are running our on-premise agile PLM product. And now is the time to start your move to our cloud-based PLM. Great functionality. You can see it. This is one that I'm not demonstrating here on the demonstration floor. Tons of new capabilities, a modern experience that we're delivering now. This is one I am. Fusion sustainability. Sustainability's increased regulations 50 to 200% over the last year to couple years. What we're doing here is providing the ability to manage, track, report, and reduce environmental factors and really trying to operationalize sustainability for you. So how we do that is we start with invoices from accounts payable. We create something called activity types, but those turn into go through an emissions calculator that we default some calculations, but we can change those to supplier provided calculations and auto-generate the carbon emissions. Then at the end of the quarter, or at the end of the quarter, we can validate them and post those to our sustainability ledger, and then publish those to EPM for any type of statutory reporting that you want to do. So really trying to take what's happening inside our organization and really connecting different parts of supply chain and finance and delivering an operationalized sustainability solution. So huge advancements here. I'm going to get this right. Let me just show you quickly what this looks like from a sustainability perspective. How was that for a transition? Getting better. All right, there we go. So I'm going to start here. All right, we're going to start with analytics on this one. So this is really starting with our Fusion Data Intelligence. So I have an analytics dashboard. I can see my Scope 1, Scope 2, Scope 3 emissions. Scope 3 ones are what happens as normal course of business. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to drill down and see the details of Scope 3 emissions. I can see my 15 standard categories that I want to look at. Obviously, purchased goods and services are where I want to drill down to. And I can see that steel, the carbon produced from steel, is causing the most issues. So let's drill in and see if we can take some specific action related to steel, at least know what's happening. So I'm going to go to all my, if I can do this right. Oh, sorry, let me start with steel. Okay, these are my two steel producers, Pennypack and Tall Steel. I'm going to show you what a detail looks like. So here is the details around this particular product, green product, 10 coils here. This is the emission factor that is calculated. And what you can see here is if it's a rating of 100, that's something we provided. If I've overridden it with a supplier provided calculation, I can put that in and I can put the emission factor in, so I'm getting more accurate CO2 emissions that we're posting ultimately to our sustainability ledger. But what's important for auditors is you can always drill back into the actual payables invoice. So it provides that level of auditability for the calculations that we're providing here. So this is what that looks like. But I'm going to see if I have this new green product that came from Pennypack Systems for it's 693. So I'm going to go see if there's an emission factor that has been created. So let me go look at Penny, and I can see that it hasn't been created. So I'm going to create a real quick mapping. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I get a supplier provided mapping, I can go in and create the mapping. I'll title it 50 for it's provided from our supplier. I can show that it's purchased, comes from Pennypack Systems, and this is the product that they're providing. The source is the supplier, if I could spell that right. There you go. And the emissions factor is 1, 2, I have to remember this, 1, 2, 4, 2, yeah, there you go. That's the emission. So now I've provided the mapping from that purchase item, from that provided steel product to what the emissions CO2 mapping and factor is going to be. Now, if I come back to activities, I can see, if you look at this CO2 emissions, it's 18,000, whatever, 478. If I validate this, it's going to get updated to, got to do all 5. Let me validate all 5. They're all going to get updated to the new calculation that I put in, and I can now post these to my sustainability ledger. So that is how we can begin to operationalize sustainability in our system. Once I've posted that to the sustainability ledger at the end of the quarter, we can publish those results to EPM, and they can use it for statutory reporting. So great way to start to operationalize sustainability. All right, let's keep going. All right. So we're going to spend a little bit of time on healthcare, but I do want to make sure that everyone is clear. Our supply chain investments cut across many industries, and we have roadmaps for virtually all of these industries that we support. These are our target industries. Today, we're going to focus on a little bit on healthcare and what we're doing here, but we have differentiated capabilities across many industries that we cover. For supply chain, we've tailored our solutions for healthcare. We started by delivering mobile inventory. We've added an inventory shortage workbench. We've added RFID capabilities I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. We support special handling and expedited workflows for implants. We have a new partner, Symmetric Health Solutions, where we can create and enrich product catalog information from the 12 million records that they have in their product catalog. I'm going to talk to you about that when we get into our healthcare marketplace. And then we also have integrations to Epic and Cerner or Oracle Health for supply and usage data. So synchronizing that information with our product catalog. So tons of investments in this area. The inventory shortage workbench is real-time visibility into shortages or out-of-stock situations, especially at far locations throughout your hospital. So huge value. You can have a single dashboard. All of our workbenches, you can take specific action. I can change the par count levels. I can create a purchase requisition. I can transfer items from one place to another, all in one place. And we've also enabled something called, it's basically intelligent nudges, or you can be alerted via SMS or push notifications to your mobile phone based on tolerance levels that you can set yourself for thresholds of out of stock or shortages. And so you can get alerted, get an email notification or get an SMS notification, click on your phone, go directly to the workbench and take some sort of action. So the inventory shortage workbench, take a look at it. Not going to demo it here, but a huge improvements, really, again, trying to help mobile inventory for the frontline worker, really trying to promote this Workbench being able to take action in any place. Another innovation that we're delivering now is RFID enablement for tracking inventory levels and ultimately automating replenishment. So we're announcing 3 partnerships here. So first, partnerships with Terso. They have service read points. These are trays for like a Kanban system at your part location. You can put one on, automatically updates through RFID, or a refrigerator system where you can have higher value items in the refrigerator. Nurse can come in, open the cabinet, grab an item out, close the cabinet. Will automatically through RFID update inventory levers, and we can also tell you obviously who we can. They have to swipe their badge. We tell you who went there and who took that equipment out or who took that item out. So Terso partnership, partnering with Zebra for their scanners, and obviously for scanners, and with Avery Dennison for smart tags. So what we're enabling here is really an end-to-end RFID solution that goes all the way into our inventory. And if I showed you the result, you see all the deprecated inventory levels that automatically can get reordered. So instead of using our mobile inventory where you're doing cycle counts and going out to all the part locations and scanning and physically counting, now we can put automated tracking through RFID into hospitals, and obviously works across industries as well as you get into scanners and smart tags. So 2 great announcements in inventory management, all part of, I'm going to skip this and we'll keep going. Another one, we've had Oracle Recall Management for a while, so the ability to do track and trace on FDA or manufactured recalled items. What we're announcing now, and getting those recalls is often late. Manufacturer sends them to the wrong place, or they go in snail mail. So it's difficulty not only getting them, but they often don't come fully completed, enriched with all the information you need to have in order for you to put some of the recalled items into quarantine and ultimately take them out of inventory. So and some organizations have signed up for aggregation services and pay a third party to do that. What we're announcing today is Oracle will be delivering an aggregation service ourselves. We will be collecting the FDA recall notices either from manufacturers or from the FDA. We will enrich them. We will put them directly into our centralized recall solution. We'll publish them as a service that you can subscribe to through recall management. You can run a process in your own Fusion environment. We will look at your product catalog and see, or your inventory, and see if you have those items in stock, and then we'll post that to be quarantined or taken out of inventory into our recall management solution. So we'll provide that entire end-to-end curation service. Then you can put those items through track and trace, or we've added a new simplified feature where you can just attest to taking those out of stock and move on. So this curation process, you don't have to go to a third-party aggregator anymore. You don't have to have IT managing spreadsheets centrally and updating these. So simplified, reducing resource, and you just have to subscribe to the service, all part of our recall management solution. So this was something that customers asked for, and now we're delivering it in our product. So huge advancements there. Made a ton of advancements in the healthcare marketplace. So first one is guided buying process. Really trying to maximize on-contract spend to reduce how much we spend on the purchasing. So first we look at inventory, then we look at local distributors, then we look at manufacturers, but everything trying to maximize on-contract spend, part of our healthcare marketplace. But what happens when you want a non-catalog requested item? So a doctor comes in and wants a specialty set of gloves for the surgeries that they're going to do, and you have to buy a non-catalog requested items. We've enabled a 3-tier search to support that particular use case. Again, trying to maximize or minimize the costs associated and make it faster to get those items. So first, We'll look at, recently purchased items. Then we'll look at, local distributors. Then we'll look at all our GPO contracts. And if we don't find that non-catalog requested items, then we'll go to our partner that we've enabled and integrated to Symmetric Health Solutions that has a fully enriched product catalog of 12 million healthcare items that will search that catalog to find that specialty doctor-ordered item. We'll enrich it, we'll add it to our catalog, and push it to our buyers to make sure that they buy the right item at the right price as efficiently as possible. So that entire guided buying process and non-catalog three-way search is all part of our healthcare marketplace solution. So some great updates and great announcements there. We've done a lot in modernizing supply chain. I'm going to go quickly through this. You've seen in some of the demos that I've done, common look and feel throughout, common search, common page templates. You're going to see that. Guided journeys is brand new. I'm going to show you how you can use guided journeys to inject generative AI. Business rules, part of everything, how you can personalize every page. And the Logic Rule Builder allows you to build rules like what we have in PLM for criteria-based access control for IP protection. You can build these real sophisticated rules for how you want to protect your IP as it relates to PLM, or pricing promotions as another example in order management. So Logic Rule Builder is a really great solution that you're going to see throughout what we're delivering. Ton of capabilities. I think we've walked through those. I want to get to quickly what we're doing in AI. So we're going to end with a couple AI demonstrations here. You've heard about the technology. We deliver our own large language model as part of Fusion Applications. We integrate it to our enterprise data set. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then we embed it across all of our applications, and we do it at no additional cost to you. So all of the generative AI that I've showed you, and I will show you right now, is all part of the system. It comes with our system. This has been how we've progressed. We're now delivering across Fusion Applications 50 new generative AI agents, and that's being delivered now. So let me jump in and show you just a couple of the AI agents that you're going to be able to deploy. So let me go into order management. I'm going to show you that great order management search here. Actually, let me just make sure that I'm going to do this. Okay. Okay, let me jump in here. And, okay, I'll jump in right here. Come on. Okay. Okay, here we go. Jump into order management. Jump in right here. We'll show you what you're going to be able to do with generative AI. So I jump in, and when I first, what the heck? When I first come in, live demos, you got to love them. Okay, I'm going to jump in right here. Oh, it's happening on my machine. Okay, so let me go right here, and let me go maintenance supervisor. My machine has frozen up here. Let me try this. Okay. I'm going to go into maintenance supervisor. I'm going to show you, this is the maintenance supervisor workbench, but I'm going to show you generative AI. So I'm going to jump in here. What we've now enabled across 15 different parts of supply chain manufacturing is the ability to take policy documents, parse them, stick them in our vector database, couple them with the data object in the system, and ask specific questions of these policy documents across supply chain manufacturing. So here's the question. When we looked at that lathe, an error code alarm 727 came up. I don't know what error code 727 is. We have access now to maintenance procedures, different troubleshooting tips, maintenance or operating manuals. So I can now say, what is alarm 727, and I can get specifically what that alarm is. As we put all that information from the documentation into our vector database, we use similarities to pull the exact information out, and then we have this sources, which is the actual content in the documentation that we can pull up that we're storing. So if I click on this, it's actually going to give me details about what the potential cause is that I can use in my resolution that I'm going to provide to my maintenance tech. So I know exactly what the problem is. I know how I need to resolve it. I don't have to comb through manuals. We're delivering this generative AI retrieval augmented generation solution across all of these areas in supply chain. So these are the initial set of AI agents that we're delivering, all available now in our system. You can go see a number of these on the demo floor. Huge value, comes as part of the system, significant advancements. So tons of innovation coming out. I'm going to end with 2 slides, and then I'm going to let you go. Last 2 slides. First, we have the broadest and deepest set of supply chain manufacturing applications in industry. Supply chain sessions that you can go to. So hit the Q. I'll give you 30 seconds. Hit the QR code. And if you want to see details on any one of the areas that I talked about, you'll get it from this QR code. And I'm going to end with, first, hopefully you've seen all of the product delivered innovations that we've achieved over the last 12 months. This is literally the largest supply chain release that we've had probably since version 1. We will remain customer-centric, so please see all of our customer sessions that are here. We have the best technology. We're moving to Redwood. We're injecting telemetry for connected devices through smart operations. We're rolling generative AI out at a rapid pace. That's all part of the system that you get from just being a supply chain customer. And we'll continue to tailor our solutions by industry. Now is the time to move. If you're an eBusiness Suite customer or a JD Edwards customer or, God forbid, an SAP customer, now is the time to move to our supply chain cloud. So thank you very much and have a great rest of the conference. Yeah, thank you.